Hello there. Thanks for tuning in and welcome to Fed Up Over 50. And today I'm doing a What I Eat in a Day Weight Watchers edition using only 0 point foods. And if you're new here, welcome aboard. My name is Susan and I am documenting my journey to lose 80 plus pounds. I'm currently using the Weight Watchers digital plan, but you do not have to be using Weight Watchers to follow along. And at the end, I will be giving calories and macros. And every meal is quick, easy, minimal ingredients. I only used my air fryer and my microwave for the whole day. And breakfast, lunch, and dinner are all 0 points from the 350 plus foods that Weight Watchers has listed as 0 points. Of course, not 0 calories. Um, but if you're unfamiliar with the program, Weight Watchers assigns a points value to each and every food. And of course, the points are dependent on fat, sugar, protein, fiber. That's their calculation. But there's a list called 0 points that Weight Watchers wants you to focus your plate around because they're foods you generally don't overeat, and they're high nutrition and they fill you up. Examples are chicken breast, ground chicken, turkey, eggs, non-fat dairy. You have oatmeal, potatoes, sweet potatoes, and they've actually expanded the list a bit. Of course, vegetables, fruits. But if you're on Weight Watchers diabetic, your points values may be different for certain things, like fruit, which is normally 0. But I believe on the diabetic, I'm not using that version. There may be points values for food. And on a normal day, I'm allotted 23 daily points and 28 weekly points that I can use as I wish throughout the week. So, just a quick disclaimer too, I'm not a doctor, nutritionist, or fitness coach. This is just my personal experience using Weight Watchers, what works for me, what doesn't, and I'll be back with the macros. All right, real quick breakfast for 0 points, half cup of thick cut oatmeal, and I microwaved that with water, seasoned it up with some cinnamon, topped it with half a cup of fresh blueberries, and I had hard-boiled eggs, had that for the extra protein. Super easy breakfast. And it ended up being 1 point because I put my Nut Pods coffee creamer in my coffee. So there's your 1 point breakfast. Now moving on to lunch. Just made some tuna fish from a packet on top of some bagged greens. I had some veggie slaw, cherry tomatoes, and half an English cucumber. I used the Skinny Girl Dijon salad dressing for my salad. And just took the packet of tuna, put in some chopped up celery, and instead of using my normal light mayonnaise, I used a 1/4 cup of the Greek zero-fat Greek yogurt and a little bit of Dijon mustard for a kick, and just mixed that up so it was nice and creamy, and topped my salad with the tuna fish. Super easy peasy. And seasoned that with a little pepper. And I had some of this refreshing raspberry nectarine sparkling water for my 0 point lunch. So these meals don't have to be fussy. You use what you have on hand. I went into my kitchen and was using up all the grains, and then I'm like, what do I have for protein? Excellent, tuna. Super, super easy. And just for a snack, now normally I don't do fat-free cottage cheese, but for this experiment I got it and it's good. So it was just a cup of cottage cheese, fat-free, cut up bananas, some cinnamon on top, and it was actually really good and super fast and filling. 1 point for snacks because I had my afternoon coffee with my 3 tablespoons of Nut Pod creamer. Moving on to dinner, I just made a 6-ounce ground chicken patty in the air fryer. I had a microwavable sweet potato, topped that with some cinnamon. I had some microwave green beans. So that was my day on Weight Watchers, 0 points. And of course, next time I do it, which I'm planning on doing 0 point days twice a week. I think that would be really good for me to focus in again on cleaner nutrition. And of course, the next time I will be using a little bit of my protein shake for my creamer so I can make it a real 0 point day instead of 2. But it was no big deal. So what are the calories and macros for this day? Calories are 1,252, which is lower than I normally eat. I normally eat 1,600. I could have easily bumped that up, had a little bit more cottage cheese, had more tuna fish, a little bit more chicken. There's ways to bump that up, or of course had more fruit, anything. But I think it's a great calorie range for after I've had, say, a heavier weekend and I just want to get back on the plan. And I got 123 grams of protein for the day, which is an excellent amount of protein. 147 grams of carbs, 23 grams of fat, 27 grams of fiber. So the fiber was up there, and 0 added sugars. So I wasn't hungry. I felt satisfied. I had plenty of energy. It was enough food. So now I know. And yeah, I'm going to be doing this more often. So I hope you enjoyed my what I eat in a day using 0 points. And if you'd like to see more content like this, please hit the notification bell, subscribe, like, share, and always leave comments. Leave some comments of what you'd like to see. What kind of foods you'd like to see, what subjects you'd like to hear me talk about, because I'm sure I'm going through all the stuff you are in one way, shape, or form. So I'm always happy to share what I'm discovering, what works, what doesn't, where I have challenges. And yeah, that's it. Until next time, have a great week. Bye-bye.